Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, just a quick one today. Sorry. So, here's something I haven't said in a long time. I've just been to the pharmacy to buy a COVID test because I feel like absolute dog shit. So yeah, just a quick ride to the pharmacy and then back home again. And I thought I'd make a video while I was doing it because I haven't got that many in the bank, so let's make a quick one. Yeah, feel like I got the flu, neck's hurting, head's hurting, the drugs ain't working. There's a famous song. The drugs don't work. Classic, absolute quality song. But yeah, out here just getting a bit of fresh air as well as grabbing a COVID test, so I'm going to go home and stuff that right up my nose, you know. It's been a while, definitely been a while. But yeah, my nature of work means that if I do have COVID, I can't really go to work if I felt like I could. But right now, yeah, all I want to do is get home on the sofa and yeah, rest my neck, because my neck is killing me. So yeah, it's either a bit of COVID or it's some sort of flu or something. It feels rough, it's worse than a normal cold. But yeah, we'll see when we do the test. So yeah, a video that I've been meaning to make is to talk about my spiritual experiences. You know what I mean? So yeah, when I was younger I lived in a little village called Brimfield just outside of Chelmsford, and having an alcoholic father meant that there was many a evening, weekend spent down the pub, you know, because that's what alcoholics do. So yeah, where I lived in Brimfield meant that I could get to the pub without taking any main roads. We could walk round the back of the housing estate, and yeah, we could walk across the field, walk through the churchyard, and you basically come out where the pub's at. So we had a dog called Lucky. Fucking thing used to shit on the landing every single night. I don't remember too much because I was very young. So to give you an idea of the time frame, I mean, it must have been around 1980. I was a young lad, very young boy, a child, people would say. And yeah, walk into the pub with the father and brought the dog along for a bit of a jolly to the pub. And yeah, we're walking across the field and the dog started becoming a little bit tentative and a little bit nervous, a bit funny, acting a bit strange. And as we got closer and closer to the boundary of the church where you go through the gate into the churchyard, the dog basically sat down and said, "No, I am not going any further." So yeah, Dad, needing a beer, was like, fuck this, picked the dog up, stuck it under his arm, started walking towards the churchyard. Yeah, when we got to the gate, the dog was going mental, like growling, snarling, drooling from the teeth, you know, going absolutely mental, like a bloody werewolf or something, as if it wanted to kill something. But there was nothing there. Absolutely nothing that I could see there. And as we walked through the gate, the dog was snapping at something that just wasn't there, as if it was trying to take chunks out of an invisible being. So yeah, I mean, that was my sort of first spiritual experience. And yeah, from then on, I believe the next one was probably the night that my grandmother passed. I chose not to go to the hospital because I wanted to remember my grandmother the way she always was, and not a sickly grandmother laying in a hospital bed. But yeah, it turns out, oh excuse me, turns out that the family got there about 10 minutes too late anyway, so she'd already passed by the time the family got there. But yeah, the house I was living in had a staircase, and one day I came in and at the top of the staircase there was a figure of my nana, just basically telling me that she's okay, everything's gonna be okay, and that she's gone to a really nice place, just sort of setting my mind at ease. Now obviously ghosts and that sort of thing, they're not proven. Now whether this was in my mind just telling me myself, or whether there was actually a real figure, you know, a spooky figure there. Oh, look at that little green lotus. I don't know, but yeah, it put my mind at ease. So yeah, I mean, after that, now was it after that or was it before that? I really can't remember. So going back to me as a teenager, hanging around with a few different other teenagers, and I had a mate called Rick, and he used to have a lovely old house up in Suffolk, and yeah, because it was big and his parents went away on holiday, you know what do teenagers do when someone's parents go on holiday? Well, they go around their house, and what do we choose to do that night? A Ouija board, you know. Now that was an experience, definitely an experience that proved to me that Ouija boards do exactly what they say on the tin. They connect to the afterlife, and you can talk to elements of the afterlife. Now we were in a circle, there must have been 10 of us, all chilling out in the bedroom, and yeah, fucking hell, let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so we were sitting in a circle and we got talking to a supposed young fella from the afterlife. Nice Jaguar E-Type there. Let's try and get on the dry to brake. Yep, perfect. So yeah, we're chatting to a teenager that had passed in a car accident, I believe. So he gave us some information, blah blah blah. We asked him whether he'd like to sit down, and he's like, yes, on the Ouija board, yes. So we cleared a space, happened to be right next to me, in between me and a guy called Pat. And yeah, this is what I was saying about this road and cars filtering. Did you see that? BMW filtering down the middle. Now that's not legal in a car, but it is on a bike. But yeah, so sits in between me and Pat. Says that he sat there, tells us on the Ouija board that he sat down, he's chilled. And what I do is stick my arm in the point where his chest would be. So what happens is, as my arm goes into his body as such, where his body would be, well, my hairs on my arm all stand up literally where his skin would be. And then as I pull my arm out of his body, the skin lays down again. Extremely strange. But yeah, we chatted to him for a bit, and then yeah, sent him on his way. But yeah, that's all the proof that I ever needed to know that Ouija boards are real, they do what they say they do, and therefore I never need to do them again. I had a mate again, I mean, not a close mate, but a guy that went to our school. I believe that he might have been in the year above. He had a very strange old house. Him and his sister were a bit different, a bit alternative, and they regularly used to do Ouija boards. And it turns out that because they didn't put the spirits back properly, that their house became quite badly haunted, and there was things going on inside that house way worse than what goes on inside mine. A lot of teddy bears would move positions. Very strange. You know, they had one of these old school teddy bears, very old, that, you know, they had stiff joints, so you could position them how you'd want them to sit or stand or whatever, and he said every single day that thing would be in a different position. So yeah, obviously I made the video the other week about my house being extremely old, and things go on, but the way I see it is, if it doesn't affect me in any way, then what's the worry? You know, I've got a very close friend who will not ever sleep on the middle floor of my property, even though I am slowly getting around to turning my spare room into a spare bedroom. And yeah, he said, like, it doesn't matter if you sort out that bedroom and make it the best room, you know, that I could possibly thinking about staying in. There's no danger that I will be staying in that room. If I come round and stay over for the night, I will be crashing on the sofa. There's just a very strange feeling on the middle floor. Now, the other thing I did the other night was to close my bathroom door, not fully, just push it to, so that there was probably a 2 or 3 inch gap between the door and the frame, because I figured that the heating would go up to my bedroom, because my bedroom does have a radiator in it, but I don't like my bedroom too cold. But that day was specifically a pretty damn chilly day, and I wanted some heat to get up to my bedroom, and so I positioned the bathroom door so that it would allow some heat to drift up to the bedroom. So I did that. I did my piss. I shut the door too, and I purposely left it in that position and made a note of where it is. And of course, the next time I went up to the toilet, the bathroom door was wide open again, like it normally is. And so I pushed it closed and tested that if you let go of the door when it was closed, what would it do? And yeah, it moved back 2 or 3 inches, so that it was just cracked, not wide open. It will not just naturally fall to the point where it's wide open. So yeah, there's stuff. Again, it's not that it bothers me, it really doesn't. Occasionally I will walk across the hall in the middle floor and I'll get a bit of an eerie, weird feeling. It'll just feel a bit different, bit odd, bit chilly, make me heckles stand up a little bit. But yeah, I think that's about it really. I mean, oh yeah, there is another story, but I'll leave that for another day, because my father, being an alcoholic, his ideal trade was to run pubs. So he did all the necessary training and became a standing pub landlord, so that when landlords of pubs go on holiday, he would go there and you know, do a couple of weeks work, cover for the landlord that was on holiday. So therefore he got to stay in a lot of different pubs, and me living with my mum and visiting my dad for a couple of weekends here and there at various different pubs. Yeah, I got to experience some of these pubs and how strange they felt and what went on in these pubs. So yeah, I will leave that story for another day. And yeah, I'm gonna go home, hopefully do some medicine, maybe feel a bit better, do me vid test and see whether I have actually got the vid or just feel shit, you know what I'm saying. Alright, One Wheel Two Wheels signing out, see you next time, bye.